Today we're going to try texturizing powder. We're looking to add some volume to our hair. So to start, I used to use hairspray to try and volumize my hair. I have no product in my hair right now. It's clean. It just kind of lays flat on my head, and I have a lot of fun layers that my stylist cuts into my hair that I want people to see. And I also just love big hair. I used to use hairspray, but it would get really sticky, and when I would use my teasing brush, it would just really pull and get kind of matted and weighed down, and it wouldn't last very long. You know, even by the time I would get to work, I would start to lose my volume. By lunch, it was gone, and I'd have to start over. So I'm just gonna take a section of my hair, and then you can either squeeze the bottle like this, and the product comes out, or you can shake it. Now, the first time I used it, I shook it, and I kind of went a little overboard. So you wanna use just a little bit, otherwise it tends to get really sticky and kind of concentrated in one area. So I'm just gonna kind of squeeze, and then I'm just gonna kind of brush it into the hair using the teasing comb. You can also use a regular comb, but I like the texture that the teasing comb gives it. And you can already kind of see the lift that it's getting. And then I keep this layer and just add to it, as opposed to clipping it back or letting it drop, so that I don't lose the volume in that first layer. And then I just repeat. Oh, that was a little much. So now you know what it's like to use too much. And it's kind of trial and error when you're first using it. And then I'm just gonna kind of re-tease that area. The side of my hair is a little bit shorter on top. And so it just kind of increases that volume at the root there. And you can also take it, I like to take it in my hand and then put it up underneath here to get that volume underneath, like closer to like where my ears are. Oh, and here, we'll do this side without it. Now if I do the same thing with my hand on this side, it's still pretty flat. I know it looks a little out of control, but we'll get there. So as you can see, I didn't tease this side, and just using my fingers to try and get volume, it's not gonna last, it's not gonna stay, whereas the powder makes your hair a little bit dirty. And so it's easier to style. It's not so clean and hanging. I have pretty thick hair, so we could keep going and get bigger and bigger, but this is a really good product for anyone who also has thin hair, looking for that lift at the root especially. It's also really good if your hair doesn't hold a bobby pin very well, to get that extra grip and stickiness to get that bobby pin. Even for somebody with shorter hair, like a male, you can use this to kind of separate those little short spiky layers just to create more texture than a gel. It's really easy to use, and the opening of both of these products is just a tiny little hole. You can also use it to create beachy waves. I'm going to use Jerry's hair to show you how to increase the texture in your beachy waves.